Hey, what's going on, guys? DJ Hess here, CollectiveKicks.com. Wanted to bring you guys this week's Top 5 Tuesday video, and I wanted to cover one that I promised you guys a couple weeks ago, and that is my top 5 most overrated pairs of sneakers on the market. Hopefully you guys like this video. If you do, hit the thumbs up button, show your support, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe for more content. I post videos every single day. Also, if you have suggestions for future Top 5 Tuesday videos, leave a comment, let me know. I always love seeing what you guys have brewing in the comment section. But this one is one that I thought would be a fun one to show you guys. I'm just throwing this as a disclaimer out there. Yes, some of these are, in my opinion, overhyped. That doesn't mean that they're not dope. It's just ones that I think that market-wise, for me, there's just too much hype on them. But you guys can weigh in the comments and let me know, and let other people know which ones you think are overhyped as well. So let's go ahead and get into the countdown. Number 5, anything with Supreme on it. So, like, we have the Supreme Dunks, we have the Supreme Air Jordan 5s, we have the Supreme Foamposites. Supreme sneakers in general are just completely overrated. They're crazy overrated just because you have the name Supreme on it. Now I understand there is a huge market for it, and Supreme has like mastered the art of releasing limited products one time and then just never releasing them again. And Supreme also, if you guys didn't see T Blake's video, which was hilarious, the drop test of the brick, like Supreme literally sold a brick, and like people bought them for 30 bucks or whatever it was. So Supreme, overrated, yes. And the bottom line is people are going to pay for it regardless because of the name behind it. And names have a lot to do with buying power and selling power. So I get the reason why it's there, but to me, overrated. I do have a couple pairs of Supreme sneakers, though. I do know people are going to be calling me on that. I do have the Supreme Dunks in the red colorway, and I do have the Jordans in the camo colorway. Doesn't mean I don't think some of the products that I make are dope, but like I said, a little bit overrated. So moving on in the countdown of 5 pairs of sneakers that I think are overrated. Number 4 has to be the Yeezy 750s, in my opinion. I know that some people are going to say that this is kind of a lame one that shouldn't be on the list. I mean, you think of overrated sneakers, a lot of people will throw Yeezy's name out there. But I think the 750s are the ones that I personally think are overrated because of the style of the shoe. It just doesn't fit for me, and that's just, again, me. It's above my style level, you know what I mean? And the zippers, I always hear the zippers keep breaking on those things. 350s aren't on my list because the 350s I don't think are overrated, as even though the resale value is crazy on them, they're super comfortable, and I think they're a stylish looking shoe, and you can wear them casually, and more people can pull off a 350 than a 750. And regardless of that, the 750 to me, just not my style. I know that there's new ones coming out, you know, this weekend. In fact, I have links to purchase those on my website, CollectiveKicks.com. Link in the description if you guys want to check that out. Basically, I'll be updating all week with the 750 links. But man, it's gonna be a hard one to cop, and it's a nice shoe. It's just one that I think is overrated and not for my personal style preference. All right, so number 3 on my list is the Air Jordan 1 in the Frag colorway. Fragment colorway, like, I know that some people are gonna be like, what? That's such a sick colorway. For me, it's overrated, and I think part of the reason why is because it's not an original colorway, and just because it has a Fragment logo on the back and they had a super limited supply of that colorway, I don't know, to me it just didn't do anything for me. I would, of course, love to have that shoe, but it would be one that I would have in my collection that I'd just be like, meh. It's nice, but I'd rather have the bread one over the Fragment any day. And if to be 100% honest, if I had the shattered backboards or the Fragment ones, and I can only have one of those shoes, I would go with the shattered backboards every day of the week, because obviously it has the colors that I like. And blue and white and black, I have a lot of shoes, of course, that are those kind of colors, but it's not my favorites. I'd rather have like a white, red, and black sort of vibe to them, especially since it's in a Jordan model, and you know, that's the Bulls colors in my opinion. So that's the reason why the Frags are up there. All right, so speaking of overhyped Jordans, number 2, anything Oregon Duck Jordan related. I mean, it's just super crazy overhyped. Anytime you have the Oregon Duck with an Air Jordan 3, an Air Jordan 4, an Air Jordan 5, Air Jordan 14. I mean, it even made the 14s dope, like for some people, like because it had the Oregon Duck print on them. And you already know I'm a Beaver fan, like go Beavs. And like, I think there's a lot of people that jump on the Duck bandwagon. Most people didn't even know it was Oregon, University of Oregon. And maybe there's people that don't even know that that's what those shoes are for, but that's all hype train. Like, and they're ultra limited to the football players or basketball players, depending on the models. And they're never released to public, but the hype on those are crazy enough that you could buy a pair of the replicas online for a couple $100. of ones that look like pretty much identical to the ones that it released. But I don't know, dudes. To me, anything Oregon Duck related is overrated. I love what Tinker does with this stuff, don't get me wrong. And the Oregon Duck 4s have to go down as probably my favorite ones that released, just because they're so sick. And even the 5s are really dope too, the green colorway. If like I could stomach the green colorway. But I like the kind of the metallic look of the 4s the best out of all of them. Regardless, Oregon Duck joints are definitely overrated in my opinion. And although they have cool logos and it's cool to see some college stuff on shoes that are in such high demand, super overhyped for me. So that is the number 2 one. The number 1 spot should not be a surprise, but it is the Yeezy 2 Red Octobers. And to me, that is the most overhyped pair of sneakers on the market, period. The market price on a Red October is so crazy. Considering the replica market, again, on that pair of sneakers is absolutely insane too. So many people have probably gotten stung on a pair of Red Octobers, it's not even funny. But the fact that they are called Red Octobers and they released like February the next year, that's I think the funniest part to me. They never even released in October, but they're known as the Red Octobers, and I think that's kind of hilarious. But super overhyped. Just because they're overhyped doesn't mean I don't think they're dope. It is a dope colorway. Kanye really took and made that colorway of all red more iconic than any other previous all red colorways, and especially paired with the glow bottoms. I mean, seriously, it was crazy. And out of all the shoes that I wish I could have got, that colorway wouldn't have been one. I wanted the black colorway, but those Yeezy 2s were dope, and I never got a pair of them. Never got the Yeezy 1s either, unfortunately, but the Yeezy 2s, I have to say, it was probably my favorite Yeezy out of all of them from Nike, in the black colorway in particular. But I think those ones are definitely overhyped. Now, I know that this list was a little mixed. Some of it was all Supremes, all Oregon Ducks, and then some of them was like just this colorway and this, and just this colorway and that. I was just trying to come up with a fun list. I could have narrowed it down to a specific Oregon Duck one, but I thought it'd be more fun to leave some of them open-ended. That being said, you guys weigh in the comment section. Let me know what you guys feel is overrated out there on the market. Which ones do you think that just generate way too much hype, and in the end of the day, the materials don't meet the hype? It's not as good of a like quality as maybe some of the other ones that have released. Just because it's limited doesn't mean it's dope. But regardless, this was just for fun. Hopefully you guys don't take any of this too seriously. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and check back every Tuesday for more. And appreciate you guys for hanging out and watching the video.